guys, Chelle here, Q2 Paranormal and Q2 Crystal Chambers. What I wanted to do tonight is have this little live. And if you're not awake, that's fine. You can rewatch the live whenever you can. I wanted to do a live to go over our group healing session that we are planning on doing. It'll probably be next week because I want to make sure everybody has the required supplies that we're going to need for this. I'm going to go over the actual stones that you need tonight. We're going to do a chakra assessment on you, and that we know what to concentrate on when we do our group healing session. And we'll go over a little bit of what chakras are and all that sort of thing as well. So I want to mention that even though this is a live segment going on, I actually pre-recorded this video so that I can be inside the chat with you and I can answer any questions that you may have. I would like to ask, just so I can keep track of everything and have a chance to respond to everyone, that you ask pertinent questions that you feel like you need to know, so that we are not just like chat's just not going boom, 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 because Chris isn't here with me tonight, as you can see, so I have to keep track of everything on my own tonight. So if you can help me, I'm going to help you. So it is pre-recorded, but I am inside the chat in live time, available to answer your questions. Okay, so let's get started. What are we going to be doing? We are going to be doing a group chakra recalibration session. And if you are in the Q2 Chambers live group or the Q2 Chambers private group, you are getting a pass to this session absolutely free. We are not going to charge for that. It's going to be a very healing session. Some things I'd like to mention is you will need cotton balls for your eyes and a blindfold because you will shed tears, or at least 95% of clients do shed tears during this session, and it's completely normal. But it's just your body releasing the negativity and the bad energy that it's been holding on to. That's your body's way of releasing it, is through tears and crying. So it's completely normal. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that you will need cotton balls and you will need a blindfold of some sort to cover your eyes. What is the session going to be like? Well, we're all going to be in one live room, just like we are with our live shows. But Chris will be laying down so that we can demonstrate how you are to lay down. And after we all get situated, we all get the stones placed on your bodies. You will have to place them yourself. But once you get all the stones placed on your body, you get the cotton ball and a blindfold over your head. All that will be required of you is to listen to my voice and what I'm telling you to do, so that we can get those chakras recalibrated, working well. And really, it's something that I charge $100 a session for, and I'm doing this for everyone in our group for free because I am here to help, and I have your best intentions at heart, and I always have, and I always will. So if it requires me to do something for free, here I am doing it for free. All right, so it's going to be fun. I've never done a group thing like this before. It's usually one-on-one in my chambers. So this is really going to be fun. So what are we going to need? We're going to need, I already mentioned, the cotton balls and the blindfold. You are going to need your basic 7 chakra stones, plus your stellar gateway stone, your soul star stone, and your earth star stone. And most people don't even know those exist. We actually have over 100 chakras in our body, but there's 7 main, and then there's some above your head and there's some below your feet. And in my session, we're going to cover all of those. Okay, so you'll need all those stones, and we'll go over those in detail in just a minute. And let's see, what else are we going to need? I would recommend earbuds because I would prefer not to scream during this session. In this session, my voice should be soothing. It should be nice and calm, collected, and cool. So if you have earbuds in your ears, that's just the way for you to really, because this is only going to work if you can hear what I'm telling you. It will require visualization and listening to what I tell you to do. So we really want to make sure that you can hear my voice and I'm not having to scream at anybody or yell, because that's not very pleasant to listen to. This whole experience should be very calming. It should be an experience where you come out of it feeling like a weight has been lifted off your entire body. All right. So here, earbuds are recommended on this. So now let's do the basics. Okay. Let's do what chakras are and all that goody stuff. All right. Let me pull up the slides here. So chakras, what are chakras? Chakras are energetic organs. They are energy centers that are responsible for absorbing, distributing, and energizing our vital organs, such as our heart, lungs, kidneys, pancreas, etc., your whole physical body. Chakras also control and affect a person's physiological and spiritual well being by storing your emotions. If a chakra is blocked, congested, or malfunctioning, it may result in physical or emotional symptoms. If a chakra is out of balance or blocked and it's left unaddressed, then eventually it will manifest into physical symptoms. So, what's the importance of our main chakras in the body? These swirling wheels of energy, or vortexes, I like to call them, they correspond to massive nerve centers in your body. Each of the 7 main chakras contain bundles of nerves and major organs, as well as our physiological, emotional, and spiritual states of being. Since everything is moving, it's essential that our 7 main chakras stay open, aligned, and fluid. Because if there's a blockage, then the energy flow will be restricted. And as you have heard me say many times before, if one chakra is out of whack in any way, the others will overcompensate for that, and it will throw the alignment off through your entire body. So it's very important that all 7 main chakras are aligned. Also, in this healing session, we are going to activate our light columns, which I'm pretty sure none of you have had this experience. It's no big deal. If you like to connect to the divine and have that spiritual connection to the cosmos and all that is, then you're going to want to do this light column activation. All right. So, many reasons why chakra can become blocked, but the most common cause is an unhealthy lifestyle. What do I mean by unhealthy lifestyle? Too much stress, negative thinking, a lack of physical exercise, not enough sleep, an unhealthy diet. These are all leading contributors of a blocked chakra. From my experience, also, some of you may have already heard me say this. From my experience in doing crystal healing sessions, I have noticed that people who have had surgeries in the major chakra areas, those chakras, 9 times out of 10, completely stop spinning. So if you've had any surgery on your body around the main chakra areas from your root up to your crown, more than likely that chakra has stopped spinning. Now, not everybody is like that, but like I said, most cases that I've come across, for some reason, that is the case. Okay, so now we know what your chakras are and how they become blocked and why it's important for them to be free spinning at the proper rate of speed and the direction. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over the specific stones we're going to need for this group session. Now, I'm pretty confident that those of you who are regular customers in the chambers, you already have all these stones. If not, we can go over substitution stones in the chat. I'll be happy to answer any questions like that you have. On our next live show, which should be Tuesday evening, if we do not have it Tuesday evening, we will have it Saturday night as usual. We really haven't really made up our mind for sure if we want to go all out of whack with our schedule by making it a Tuesday night. We're just not used to doing it on Tuesday night. We might, or we might have a wall drop sale. That's also an option on Tuesday. Something will go down Tuesday. And on this show or wall drop, we are going to have a couple of the chakra kits available because we have many new customers who haven't had a chance to really build their collection, like those of you who have been in the group for a while. So we are going to have chakra kits of all the stones I'm going to mention, with the exception of the apotholite. We're only going to have 2 kits available that have the apotholite in it because we brought it to a show before and sold out. I was able to hold on to 2 pieces. I do that. I kind of hold on to a couple pieces here and there so that later on, if somebody needs one, I still have one in the chambers. So I do have 2 pieces of apotholite left. I highly recommend that, and I told you when we brought it to live the first time that you really need it for those top chakras. So we will have those 2 kits available. They will be decently priced, as everything that we bring to the chambers is. And we're going to wait to schedule this group healing session until everybody has their chakra stones in line. They are all prepared. You guys, if you have to order a kit, we're going to make sure that you have it in your possession before we do the group live healing chakra recalibration. I'm really excited for this, and I hope you guys are too. It's a first for me, and I'm sure it's a first for you guys as well. But you're going to leave this, like I said, feeling so much better. I need somebody to do it to me after this group healing session. So if we have any volunteers out there who'd like to perform this on me, I definitely need one as well. That's the problem with being the healer. There's not a lot of people who can heal the healer. So, but anyways, let's go over the stones we're going to need and for which chakra. We're going to start with our Earth Star chakra. This is the one that is 6 inches below your feet. This is where all the negativity is going to be pulled out of your body during this session. And for this session, you need 1 of 2 stones. Very specific here, not a lot of substitutions for this one because it's got to be that powerful negativity stone that's going to get this energy out of your body during the session. Now I want to show you, this is the one I use in my crystal healing sessions. This is black tourmaline, and I set it in the instructions on the chamber's wall. It needs to be the biggest piece that you have. This is what I actually use in my healing sessions. You can see it's a nice big log of black tourmaline. Okay, so if you do not have tourmaline, unfortunately, the only substitution is going to be a stone called magnetite. Now, magnetite is naturally magnetized by Mama Earth, and it will also get the job done, but it also needs to be a big piece, or as big as you can get. Now, we do have lots of magnetite in the chambers because a lot of you didn't buy it. It's one of those stones that you really, you really don't. It's not one that's like beautiful or that normally catches the eye, but in our healing sessions, it's absolutely one of the 2 that's absolutely necessary. Now, also in our show, if you don't have a big piece of black tourmaline or magnetite, we'll have the magnetite and the tourmaline. We will have the tourmaline aura rods in our show or our wall drop sale. Now, those of you who know about the aura process, you know that this magnifies the tourmaline. So they are pretty good chunks in their aura. So this would really be perfect for that Earth Star chakra at the base, 6 inches below your feet. So we will have these in the show as well if you do not have one of those 2 stones. All the other stones are pretty much substitutable, and there's a workaround around everything, even the apotholite. But that Earth Star chakra, it is the main stone that's going to do most of the work in this session. So you got to have one of the 2. And for your Earth Star, your Stellar Gateway, and your Soul Star, which would be the selenite, apophyllite, and the tourmaline. You need it to be the biggest piece that you have with you. The rest of the stones need to be small and manageable, so that they don't fall off your body, because we don't want any movement after we are in place, after we have our earbuds in, after we have our blindfolds in. There's no movement of your body, no distractions. So you're going to have to be in a nice, quiet environment away from any kind of distractions that might happen. Um, so so that you can concentrate on what you need to do visually to release this energy from your body and to get your chakras moving in the right direction. All right, so the earth stone was the tourmaline, or the earth star. The next is your root chakra. Everybody has problems with the root chakra. I think it's because we don't really go outside and we're not really nature people anymore. I mean, some of us still are. I don't make fun, but there is a thing called tree hugging that you can do to ground your root chakra. Some root chakra stones, I recommend red jasper, but you can also do any kind of grounding stone like the galenas that we just had, hematite's grounding, any of the grounding stones. But for this purpose, I recommend the red jasper. And something like this is perfectly fine. This is red jasper here. That would be for your root chakra. Next, we have the sacral chakra. And for that, I recommend carnelian. And here's the carnelian. See how this one is flat and manageable? The chances of it rolling off of you, not very high. But if you have a body type where you think that these might roll off, you can take some tape and tape them onto your shirt, your body, so that they won't move, if you think that's going to be an issue. So the next one we have is the heart chakra. The heart chakra, basically rose quartz is what I recommend. I have a little rose quartz here. Or anything like pink, like ruby, red or pink, ruby, rhodonite, rose quartz, rhodochrosite. Any of those will do here for the heart chakra. Next one we have is the throat chakra. In the throat chakra, I have recommended lapis lazuli. Hopefully you guys all have lapis lazuli. Again, if you need substitution recommendations, let me know. Next one we have is the third eye chakra. And for that chakra, I recommend moonstone, one of my favorites. And here's moonstone tumbled. Next up we have, after the third eye, we have the crown chakra. And for crown, I have recommended amethyst. Here's an amethyst. This is a chevron amethyst, which is basically amethyst with quartz conclusions. Next up, we have the soul star chakra. And for that, we have recommended the apophyllite. And this is what the apophyllite looks like. Hopefully you can see. Well, you can't cut the light, but those of you who are regulars, you should have apophyllite. And again, we'll have kits, but we'll only have 2 with the apophyllite. And then last but not least is the stellar gateway. It is the very top above your head. This is the direct connection to the divine. And for that, we have recommended selenite. So that will be up here where you're laying down. It's very fascinating stuff. I can't wait to do this with you guys. So if you guys have any questions about substitutions, please put them in the chat. I'll answer them as I can. All right. So next, what I'd like to do is I would like to do the chakra assessment with you all. So let's get a pen and paper ready and get started on that. All right. So let's get started on the assessment, right? I am going to require you to get yourself a pen and a piece of paper, or however you want to note your answers down. I need the answers to this prior to our group healing session so that I know what chakras specifically each one of us need to work on the most. What this is going to do is this is going to give me the knowledge of, is your chakra balanced? Is it spinning slowly? Is it spinning too fast? Is it spinning in the improper direction? It should not be spinning counterclockwise, but sometimes they do. It needs to be clockwise. Also, I have noticed that in my healing sessions with clients, anyone that's had surgery, that area, that chakra in that area, almost always stops. And that's a problem when they stop, or they're imbalanced, or they're spinning too slowly, or they're spinning too fast. When that energy jam happens, every chakra above it either overcompensates or undercompensates, and it throws the whole system out of whack. So, starting from the bottom to the top, we have to make sure they're all calibrated. All right, so this is what the questionnaire is going to help us achieve. I'm going to read questions to you. I'm going to give you the chakra, and I'm going to give you the number of the question. So, for instance, we're going to do our root chakra. Write root chakra on your paper, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you're simply going to answer yes or no on all those questions for each chakra, each of the major 7 chakras that we have. And then when you are confident with your answers, I would like you to send them to me either via email or Facebook Messenger. Now, if you would like to send it via email, send it to q2paranormal@gmail.com. That's q2paranormal@gmail.com. And all your questions to this will be kept confidential. We do not release your private information to anyone but the crystal healing practitioner. Okay, so nobody will see your answers but me. All right, so here we go. Hopefully everyone has the pen and paper ready. I'm going to start off with the root chakra. Okay, so on your piece of paper, write root chakra. Number 1, here's the question. Are you disorganized? Yes or no? Number 2, do you eat, drink, or smoke excessively as a means of an escape? Yes or no? Number 3, did you have some trauma, distress, or difficulty between conception and the age of 7? Yes or no? So have you had any trauma or distress between the ages of when you were born and the age of 7? Yes or no? Number 4, do you feel fearful or anxious most of the time? Yes or no? Number 5, are you low on energy and feel weak, tired, or just overall not well? Yes or no? Number 6, do you have any physical problems in your legs, knees, or feet? Yes or no? Now, the root chakra is the chakra representing basic substance and survival. If this root chakra is not balanced, then it's not possible for the rest to be balanced. Because, like I said, it throws it off from the point of disturbance all the way up the chain. All right. Next on your piece of paper, write sacral chakra. We have a total of 6 questions under sacral chakra. Here we go. Number 1, sacral chakra. Do you have difficulty with touch? Either being touched gently or being able to touch others? Yes or no? Number 2, do you have problems with your kidneys, bladder, or with retaining fluid? Yes or no? Number 3, did you suffer distress or trauma between the ages of 7 and 14? Yes or no? Number 4, do you feel that your general vitality and stamina are low? Yes or no? Number 5, Do you have difficulties with any part of your sexuality? Yes or no? Number 6, do you feel your creativity is blocked or that you are not a creative person? Yes or no? And that concludes the sacral chakra. Again, if you need to go back and watch this live again to complete your answers, feel free. You can submit them whenever you're comfortable with the answers. And I ask that you please be honest so that we can get an accurate gauge on your chakras, okay? Next, we're going to do the solar plexus. We have a total of 5 questions here for the solar plexus. Here we go. Number 1, do you have digestive problems like ulcers, heartburn, or indigestion? Yes or no? Number 2, do you have an aggressive nature? Yes or no? Number 3, did you suffer distress or trauma between the ages of 14 and 21? Yes or no? Number 4, are you easily influenced? Yes or no? And number 5, do you sometimes feel powerless or have low self-esteem? Yes or no? All right, now we're moving on to the heart chakra, and we have 5 questions on the heart chakra. Ready? Number 1, do you find it difficult to love or feel loved? Yes or no? 2, are you intolerant, critical, or judgmental? Yes or no? 3, do you feel exhausted and drained most of the time? Yes or no? Number 4, are you impatient or the opposite? So patient and tolerant that people take advantage of you? Yes or no? And the last question for heart chakra is, do you have difficulty in saying you are sorry or in feeling forgiveness? Yes or no? All right, now we're going to move on to the throat. All right, number 1, do you have difficulty with general communication? Yes or no? 2, under throat chakra, do you have problems expressing yourself with speech, making yourself understood clearly? Yes or no? 3, do you have problems listening attentively to other people's point of views? Yes or no? Number 4, do you have problems with throat infections, thyroid, ears, or neck problems in general? Yes or no? And the last question for throat chakra is number 5. Are you shy, quiet, and withdrawn? Yes or no? Next, we have the third eye chakra, one of my favorites. All right, number 1 under third eye chakra. Do you suffer from migraines, vision problems, or headaches? Yes or no? Number 2, are you unable to visualize your future? Yes or no? 3, do you have nightmares? Yes or no? Number 4, do you have a lack of imagination? Yes or no? Number 5, and the last one in for third eye chakra. Do you have difficulty concentrating? Yes or no? Last chakra we're going to do in the assessment is your crown chakra. We have 5 questions here. Number 1, do you feel separated from abundance and wholeness? Yes or no? 2, do you have difficulty learning new things? Number 3, do you feel uncertain or feel a lack of purpose in your life? Yes or no? Number 4, do you have a fear of death? And number 5, and the last question for the assessment, are you overly intellectual? In your opinion, yes or no? All right, guys, so that concludes the assessment. If there are any questions, I would like to take a moment now and make this an official Q&A about the group healing chakra recalibration. If there are any questions that you have that I haven't addressed yet, please throw them up now. All right, guys, so this has been fun. I hope you guys feel a lot better about what we're going to do. I know you're going to feel a lot better when it's done, and I cannot wait. So if there are no other questions, I'd like to sign off for the night. I know it's kind of late, and I didn't mean to make it this late, but with dealing with mom and stuff, I have to do it as I can. I apologize for the lateness, but like I said, you can go back and watch this live anytime tomorrow to make sure you get all of your answers on your assessment correct, or you feel comfortable with them. Again, when you get your assessment done and finished, I want you to either email it to q2paranormal@gmail.com and use the subject chakra assessment, or you can just send it to me personally in my Facebook Messenger, and all of you know how to get a hold of me via Messenger. So one of those 2 ways, get that to me prior to our show so I know specifically what we need to work on with each of you. I can also, from this assessment, give you a custom energy prescription, what stones that you should be carrying on you, what stones you need to not carry on you to keep your chakras going in the right direction. All right, so guys, I love you. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me in this live tonight. Again, I apologize for the lateness, and Tuesday evening we will either have a live show or we will have a ball drop sale. So if you need any of these stones, we have them all in the chambers. So you want to be paying attention tomorrow night for our sale. All right, guys, Chelle here. I'm signing off. Mwah, and I love you guys. Have a good evening.